Hello, welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Trading. Hope you guys had a great holiday. Mine was amazing. I got young kids, that's why. All right, so we're going to get to it. BTC, Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano, which is looking really good. BTC doing okay over the holiday. Not great, though. We did pull in a little bit. On the daily time frame, you can see here that there's definitely a little bit of volatility. Yesterday had a nice down day, but we recovered pretty nicely as well. And right now I have a couple levels. I've got the 43,443 and the 44,595. And we'll see if we can get going above some of those. We're playing with my trend line, not in such a bad way, so I'm not really too taken aback by it. Things are still going strong here. Declining volume aggregation tool looks great. All in all, I think Bitcoin being stable up here is perfect. Now, at some point, we could start to get pullbacks, but let's not count on those too much. That's what we have our stop losses for. So right now, we're stable, we're good, and I'm hoping we can go sideways and meander upwards from here. I think that's the end goal. We're coming into the end of the year. They could start playing some games, but you did see games over Christmas, with Christmas Day being a really bullish day for Solana. We'll talk about that in a moment. Next up, though, is Ethereum, which is starting to get going just a little bit. So Ethereum crossing a trend line here, bouncing up and then riding the top of the trend line, culminating in yesterday's sell-off candle and then rally today. I'm hoping this kind of ends the low for Ethereum, and hopefully we'll start curling up. We could chop around through this trend line, but it's been respecting it very nicely so far, and I like the action in Ethereum. It could start to get going. Last move it had was really out of this right here. We had a low alert at 2,058, rallied out of that, and just kind of stalled, didn't go very far. But this could be what's called a base on base pattern. A base on base pattern is where you have a base as a consolidation, then another base, and those can be very explosive on the way up. So I'll have an alert here at the high coming up very shortly. Next up is Solana, which this is the one that really got going over the holiday. Amazing move up. We've had several alerts on Solana, several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 alerts on the way up. This has been just an amazing run for a leading token, and it's consolidating right now. It's kind of exhausted. It's buying pressure for the moment. I'm not sure what this is going to turn into yet. It's too early, but just a beautiful, beautiful move up. Our last big alert was actually the 66 or the 78, depending on how you want to count that. But this has been a beautiful 60% move for an amazing token. I think it's resting for the moment. I don't think it's done, but it could pull in quite substantially. If you've got some really good profits, consider whether you want to take them or whether you want to let this thing ride. I will say no major topping signals on this token yet. So if you're holding spot, I don't see any issue with just holding on. Even if it bases for several weeks, you won't have a problem. And then last but not least is Cardano, which right now is actually printing kind of a symmetrical triangle on the charts with us. I think this has a good possibility for another run. These are all the alerts we've had on it. It's been a pretty darn good performing token. Beautiful tight setup here, 39.91, ran up to here, almost doubled, and not quite almost doubled. That would be 80, wouldn't it? But I was looking at the 3 to the 6. Anyway, nice little tight setup here. Now, yesterday we definitely weren't tight. We had a big shakeout. I'm hoping that was enough to kind of shake out some of the buyers to get us tight for hopefully moving up here in the near future. These symmetrical setups can be good, but they kind of have to go, and it's in the point of the chart pattern where it should go. So if it goes, try to stay with it and take the best stop you can get under this level. And it's not showing itself on the chart yet, but even just to the bottom of the channel, 7%, not the worst stop. Definitely could be better though, and look for that. All right, guys, so our market's doing pretty good, but we have taken a lot of buying pressure out of the market. We're consolidating, and hopefully that'll give the sellers a chance to sell and the buyers a chance to reload, and then we'll be back at it at some point. With Solana stalling out, gives other coins a chance to move, and I think that's kind of what you're seeing right now. So stick with quality names, and they'll generally do better for you. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.